another very weird position, the way that I'm sitting, so I hope the audio is alright. Today's gonna be another short little video. They're probably gonna be short until I have a desk set up. We're slowly chipping away at everything. Today's the first day of my 7 days off, so outside the days we are celebrating Christmas and spending time with family and stuff. My whole goal is going to be clearing out a corner for a video, but it probably won't happen today, so I'm gonna do a bunch of videos in this crude setup, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, it's not a drink review, but I did just wake up, so I've got some of the wake me up juice. Of course we got sketch. So today, as I'm sure you've seen, we're going to be opening up these 2 packs here. I bought these both a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but back when we were still up in Virginia. I wanted to get, a bigger set. Something that would guarantee I got Spider-Man, but it's probably not gonna happen. Or Peter Parker, I should say. That's probably not gonna happen. So I just bought the 2 packs. We'll open it for fun and just, that's what I could afford at the time. And for whatever it's worth, I surely could not afford it now. They're so expensive now. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to cracking open this first one. Alright. It has been so long since I opened up a pack of Magic cards. Magic the Gathering. I can open up Pokemon cards, semi-regularly, before the channel, I wouldn't go more than like 2 years without opening it. But Magic I haven't opened up probably since high school. No, I lie. It was 2021, or whenever they did the D&D set, I did buy 1 pack of that. But other than that, alright. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I wasn't too loud, but I wanted to make sure that truck didn't get too loud. So, good. Let me actually turn the light on real quick. Alright. Well, that's a little easier to see. From this angle, I can barely see the phone, so anyway, we have a token creature, spider, with reach, swamp, which looks like it's just got a silhouette of a spider man swinging. News helicopter. This is an artifact creature. Again, it's a news team recording a spider person. Could be. And then, of course, I forget what this is called. Is this called Reverse Hollow? Or is that a Pokemon? I don't know. Anyway, it's shiny. I like the little Spider-Man logo on there. I guess that just indicates the set. That's cool. Oh, this is a cool card. The Clone Saga. As this saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter, sacrifice after 3. It's been a long time since I played Magic the Gathering, but I love seeing Ben Riley and Peter Parker. And then the Hobgoblin. Surveil 3. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, copy it, except the copy isn't legendary. Choose a card name. Whenever a creature with that chosen name deals combat damage to a player this turn, draw a card. Alright. I like this one. Maybe I gotta get back into Magic the Gathering. Oh, alright. We got Spider-Man India. It's very cool. Spider-Human Hero. Web Slinging. You may cast this spell if you also return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. Whenever you cast a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control against flying until end of turn. That's why I do what I do for my people. Oh, we get Shocker, Unshakable. That's cool. During your turn, Shocker has First Strike, Vibro Shock, Gauntlets. When Shocker enters, he deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. Mock him at your peril. Ooh, this is cool. Alien Symbiosis. It's an enchantment. I guess that makes sense. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1, has menace, and is a symbiote in addition to its other types. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other costs. Alright. Ooh, Spider-Man No More. That's an iconic shot. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature is a citizen with base power and toughness. It has defender and loses all other abilities. Being Spider-Man has brought me nothing but unhappiness, and for what? That's actually a very interesting way to do that. Alright, this one kind of sucks. I'm just kidding. Doc Ock's Henchman. It's like, whatever. Whenever this creature attacks, it connives, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Don't be a hero, Gary. We don't get paid enough for a scrap with Spider-Man. And I missed all that. It does have Flash. Alright, we get another Shock. Another Shocker card. Shock deals 2 damage to any target. Alright. Common Crook. I love that Batman-esque shot. Gives me that vibe. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. It's an artifact with tap. Sacrifice this token. Add 1 mana of any color. Just taking that money out for a walk. And then we get the reference to Spider-Man Homecoming with the passenger ferry. Whenever this vehicle attacks, you may pay water mana. You do. Another target attacking creature can't be blocked this turn. Crew 2. Tap any number of creatures you control with a total power 2 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Alright. Staten Island in peril. Give me an hour. Ghost Spider. Gwen Stacy. Craven's Cat. Right. This creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate once. Only once each turn. This time, the hunter shall get his prey with the aid of my 2 little pets. Make that sound cute, Craven. So, in case that wasn't clear, I'm hoping to get a card with Peter Parker on it. So far, the Clone Saga might be the closest I have. But Peter Parker Spider-Man. That's my favorite. I'm just a generic dude, apparently. But anyway, so I'm hoping maybe the next pack. We still have 1 more card after this, I think. But anyway. Vibrant Cityscape. Sacrifice this land. Search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Oh, then we get Spider-Rex. Daring Dino. Reach, Trample, Ward. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 2. On Earth 66, Peter Parker, I don't know how to say that, learned that with Gur comes a great grass ability. Anyway, so yeah, very interesting first pack. I'll go through my favorite cards in a little bit. Let me just, I almost dropped it. Let me just take a sip real quick. Getting thirsty. My throat's getting dry. Gotta rep the brand. Alright. Last pack. Yeah, what's funny is I had completely forgotten that I bought these packs too. When we moved, there was just so much going on that I knew I had gotten something to do a video with, but I couldn't remember what it was. There's actually a few things. These were some of the more expensive ones because these packs, they're just not cheap. Now, they weren't what they are now, which is really bad, but it was still like $4 or $5 a pack, which to me is too much. That's why I don't buy individual packs anymore. They just don't, of anything really. They're all expensive now. I mean, even more than the individual packs are still expensive, but like, if I'm going to be spending money in bulk, I want the item I'm buying in bulk. Does that make sense? I don't want to spend money that I feel uncomfortable spending on a single pack of cards. You know what I mean? I'd rather just save up pocket change than go, all right, I now have the money to buy a booster box or something. I've only ever bought one of those in my life, and I don't regret it. But anyway, going off on that tangent, and of course it was Pokemon, not Magic. So anyway, we get started with Robot, token artifact creature, flying. Another thematic robot built specifically to kill me. I'm flattered. Then we get Island, the same vibe, except this one's shiny, with a silhouette of a spider person. Alright, we get Spider Islanders, Spider Horror Citizens, alright, also shiny. Mayhem, you may cast this card from your graveyard if you discarded it this turn. Timing rules still apply. We've done it, Professor Warren. The glorious metamorphosis of Manhattan has begun. Spider Queen Adriana Soria. Oh, another enchantment, but I still like it. I like the art. With great power. Enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to enchanted creature instead. I like the art. I love that classic Spider-Man look. Anyway, still holding out hope. We have pictures of Spider-Man. When this artifact enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them and put them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Sacrifice this artifact, create a treasure token. Alright. Superior focus of Spider-Man. Is that also? Yeah, they also have Shocker here. They have Shocker all over the place. Oh, superior foes. I seriously said focus. How ridiculous. Trample. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, you may exile the top card of your library. If you do, you may play that card until you exile another card with this creature. Boomerang managed to assemble a squad that really wasn't all that sinister, and certainly wasn't all that 6. In case you don't know, Sinister 6 is one of the most iconic sets of rogues in any character's rogues guy. Anyway, Daily Bugle building, it's a land. Smear campaign, target legendary creature gains menace until end of turn, activate only as a sorcery. Known as New York's finest newspaper, the Daily Bugle takes pride in always being fair and impartial, unless it's against Spider-Man. Bagel and Schmear. Alright. No fight in New York City was more vicious than the battle over who made the best bagels. So there's Share and Nosh. Sacrifice this artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature, draw a card, activate only as a sorcery. When sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Taxi driver. Well, we have Spider-Man on it again. Human pilot. Target creature gains haste until end of turn. I got 2 speeds, buddy. Fast and off duty. Oh, wow. Venom's Hunger. This spell costs less to cast if you control a villain. Destroy target creature, you gain 2 life. Sinner takes all. That's interesting. I like it. Beetle Wow, I got beetle. Anyway, legacy criminal. Flying. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Board with her humdrum existence. Janice Lincoln sought the thrill of her father's life of crime. Scorpion Sting. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. I'm going to kill you, bug. Sure looks like he's trying to. Spider-Man. Oh! Alright, so I got Miles Morales, which is still very cool, and I did not expect to, but I didn't expect to get any of, like, I didn't expect to get Peter or Miles, because, yeah, I just got 2 random packs. But anyway, very cool, very cool. Web slinging. You may cast this spell if you also return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. When Spider-Man enters, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Nothing like a little crime fighting after class. So this is Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary. Lurking Lizards, that's cool, I get the lizards. Trample, whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. The theorem counters, what have you done to us? I should not have done that, but anyway, moving on. Then we get Skyward Spider. Alright, so we get a bunch of Spider-Men in this one, or Spider-Women, spiders. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 2. This creature has flying as long as it's modified equipment or as you control, and counters are modifications. What would Uncle Jonah do if he saw me now? Spider-Woman, Maddie Franklin. Well, alright. I will say, I got very solid cards in those, in my opinion. I don't know what's rare and what's not, but give me just 1 second. I gotta move positions. Sitting crisscross applesauce was not working for me. But anyway, I'd say got some very solid cards in that. I'm gonna take a few seconds to pull out my favorites, and then we'll be good to go. This video was a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be honest. And I'm mostly just going off art and what they are, to be honest with you. Like, which ones do I actually enjoy the most? Oh, my foot just fell asleep. Oh man, that hurt. Sorry, I had to pause it. So yeah, I'm back to organizing. I will say it did me one favor, and I'll tell you what that was. I'll explain that in a minute. Okay. So, well, I did mess up. I completely forgot that these token cards have other sides. So, also Spider Robot, how cool. Anyway, so on the back of the Spider token creature, we have Illusion Villain. Hey Mysterio, wanna go ride the Mysterio-Go-Round? So yeah, very, very cool. I actually really like this one, so that makes its way to the stack. So this is the stack of cards I really like. These are the stack of cards I like, but not as much. And then the rest are ones that, again, I feel like I liked most of them, but, you know, a lot of them are just regular cards. Either way, we have food. Hot dog. So, an authentic New York City delicacy. I feel like, just for the lulz, I have to put it in that stack, so. But anyway. We have a decent amount of cards that we really like. And then we'll go over these other cards. Mostly for the art, I like Alien Symbiosis. For the lulz, I like the Bagel and Schmear. I like pretty much all the cards with Peter on it. Of course, Venom's just so cool. And I like this Lurking Lizards card. So, then of course, we come here to the 2 tokens. Very cool. And no surprise here, this is not in any particular order, I just stacked them. This is probably one of my favorite cards. I really love that art. Can't explain it, but I do. Then of course all the Spider-Man and all the creatures I got, all the legendary creatures. Love Shocker. Spider-Man No More again, just such a great reference. I like the joke, are you taking that money out for a walk? I like that. Of course, this is probably my favorite card, art-wise. Just love it. And then of course, Skyward Spider, and then the GOAT, Miles Morales. Was holding out hope for Peter, but honestly, I'm not surprised that it turned out this way. But I don't know if any of these cards are worth anything. I'm not terribly worried about it. I'm not selling them anyway. So, but thank you guys for watching this pack opening of the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man Play Booster packs. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. See you all right.